Let's talk about the punch shot. First of all, why should you use a punch shot? Well, the punch shot is something that makes the impact and the face control easier. It's easier to control hitting ball first and the direction of your club face to hit the ball where you want it to go. So this is a pitching wedge. We're going to start at the very basics, and the punch shot is characterized by the abbreviated, the shortened finish. And of course the ball is going to take off lower. And depending on how much you compress downwards and forwards and de-lofting the club with the shaft forward, that's how low or high the ball is going to go. But these are fairly standard punch shots. I got a pitching wedge, like I said. I mean, that's a pretty short length of backswing. I'm going to go through all of the width data later. That's a 110 meter carry. So you see quite a small swing with not a lot of power, and you're still getting 110 meters out of it. So the first step to learning the punch shot is I want you to learn this. Wrists are cocked. My right arm is bent. My left arm is straight. So I want you to learn this move. That's the punch. That's the punch. So I'm here, wrists, right arm, boom. Left arm is not doing anything. It's straight throughout the process. So the first step in learning the punch shot is swing back very, very short here. And now from here, hit it, but don't hit it hard. So you're just up here, and there you go. Basically just straightening my right arm. That ball is 20 meters in the air, nothing. I don't want you to hit it far because you're going to mess it up. Just learning this move. The move that I call down and forward. Forward towards the target, down towards the ground. Last time. First step. Loading the wrists, loading the club and the right arm. And from here, just going down. Now what usually happens here is that whenever you stop a golf swing in the backswing, you feel like you have no power. So what most people do is they start like this. They start here to get a little extra power. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to practice positions here to here. Second thing to think about in doing this first step is the finish position. I want both arms straight. I want head looking at the golf ball where it used to be. And I want the club pointing towards the ground. Here we are, and there we finish. Again, that's why we can't hit the ball too far. Stop, release. Punching down and forwards. That is step one for the punch shot. Once you got that under control, step two is doing the same thing without stopping. So we're not going to hit the ball far. We're just loading right arm and club. Finishing in the same position. Loading right arm and club, left arm straight. Left arm is straight here, here, here. What's doing the punching is the trail arm, my right arm. That's step two. Now step three is just making that swing a little longer. And when you make it longer here in the backswing, you'll naturally make it longer in the follow through. So I'm basically going here. Punching forward. This is about the last position where both arms are straight. Then the left arm naturally is going to start to bend, and also the right arm follows. So again, just a little longer backswing. That was an 86 meter carry. And holding this finish position is imperative. I want you to be in full balance in the finish. I don't want to see any falling out of the finish, just full balance in the finish. Last time with the pitching wedge. And that's dead straight. Ball first, club face control, 94-meter carry. Small swing with the pitching wedge. Now you go to your 8-iron, but you have to master this with your pitching wedge before you go to your 8-iron. And you do the same thing. Same swing. We got the whiz data to check the length of the backswing and all other stuff. Same swing. Punching the ball down and forwards. Of course, the ball will never go down because your club has loft. And that's about 105-meter carry. So now step 4 is we're going to add speed. And we add speed by making the backswing longer. And always when I make the backswing longer, the follow-through is going to get a little longer. I'm not trying to make the follow-through longer. I'm always working on the abbreviated follow-through. But because of the speed, it's going to go a little bit farther, the follow-through. So now that's a nice punching 8-iron, 140 meters. That's a pretty good size 8-iron, almost my full distance. Again. Dead straight. 141 meters. So once you master that with your 8, let's go to your 6. And the same swing. The same punch shot swing where I focus on driving down and forward and stopping short. 6-iron. That's 151 meters. My normal 6 is 165. Gonna make the backswing even a little bit longer, starting to get some load into this, but the same punch shot follow through. So we're at 157 meters there. A little off center, but ball before mat. That's the most important part of your impact control. Dead straight. 160 meters. So those are the basics of the punch shot. So let's play a variation of the punch shot, which is the Tiger Woods Stinger, as he called it, which is a long iron. You can do it with a fairway wood or a hybrid, but the idea is to hit a low rolling shot that's useful in the wind, playing links golf and stuff like that. So the only difference is I'm making basically a normal backswing, and then I'm really doing the same punch release. Let's see what we can get out of these. Yeah, that's not bad. So the launch monitor is not picking up. Let me hit the real ball. A real golf ball. Expecting a carry of about 185. Then we get a good run out from that, depending on the conditions. That's a perfect stinger. Nice. So 190 carry on that one, which is I would expect, and then we can get some really nice rollout. So that's how you play the stinger, the variation of the punch shot, which is basically a full swing with the same kind of punch shot release we started with. So I urge you to practice the punch shot and learn it. Look at the whiz numbers, especially look at your length of backswing. Look at your max hand speed and impact hand speed. We want a big difference there. If you can get that difference more than 30%, meaning that your hand speed is slowing down more than 30% from max to impact, you're in a good spot. The longest hitters, they're at 50-60% deceleration of their hands into impact, which of course is the release, coming here with huge speed, huge lag, and just putting the brakes on. That's another video. But the punch shot is really valuable. So work on that and add it as a shot to your game. And my last word is going to be, when you look at the guys and girls on TV, almost all approach shots to a green is a variation of the punch shot. You very, very rarely see a full finish. If you do, they're trying to hit a really high ball. Otherwise, it's going to be a variation of the punch shot because there's more control in the punch shot. Thanks.